Welcome to the Angels and Awakening podcast. I'm your angel medium, juliejancius, and today we're sharing your angel stories. Why do our angels and loved ones above show us signs? Yes, they want us to know they're okay and at peace, but deeper than that, they want us to connect with them so that they can help us more from the other side. Friends, it all begins with your intuition, vibration, and experiencing oneness. Your intuition is your soul's voice. It's also how your loved ones talk to you from heaven. In this podcast, we teach you how to turn up the volume on your intuition so that you can hear their loving messages more clearly. We also teach you how to raise your vibration and feel your oneness with all that is. Friends, you are here to love, give love, receive love, be love, radiate love. And because your soul is love, all you really ever have to do is just be. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Holly. Holly has an amazing angel story to share with us all today. Holly, thank you so much for being on the show.
Hi, Julie. You're welcome. I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah, let's hear your angel story.
Yeah, so I was just going to share a little bit of an angel story involving my father who passed in 2015. I have two little boys and a husband, and we live in Wisconsin right now, but we were living out in Colorado for a couple of years. And when we found out in October of 2018 that we would be transferring out here to Wisconsin for my husband's job. And at that point, I realized that we had never made it down to the Albuquerque Hot Air Balloon Festival. And we were only about 3 hours north of there. And it was something that I really kind of wanted to do. I wanted to take my boys to because it's special and we have the opportunity to be close enough to do it. So I thought that might be fun. And I wanted to prioritize that before we lost the chance. Because hot air balloons there's something kind of really special about them anyway. But I also have this kind of significant memory of being really little, and I grew up in New Hampshire, and my dad waking me up really, really early and kind of like having a whispery voice. Like it was exciting. It was like a weekend morning, so it didn't make sense. It was a fun thing. Like, hey, come here, I have something cool to show you. So he got me up out of bed and he brought me over to our upstairs bathroom window. And I remember I was so little, I had to stand up we had the floor heaters, and I was standing up on it, and he was kind of behind me, and he's pointing out into the sky, and he goes, "Look what's out there." And there were just hot air balloons, like probably 2 or 3 or 4, just kind of all of a sudden. It was something that we'd never seen happen there before. And it was just kind of felt special. It was exciting. And so I have this really clear memory of looking out. I'm closing my eyes, I'm seeing it now, so I'm slowing down a little bit. I can see, just looking out the window with my dad and him showing me these hot air balloons. And then I can hear him because I can remember him telling this story later on, and kind of, because it was a fun thing. And he always would describe that he was laying in bed and he'd hear I'm going to do it. It might sound wild, but the whoosh of, I can't do it right, but like that roar of the fire, the flame in the hot air balloon. And he was laying in bed and he heard it. And he's like, that's so, it's very specific to a hot air balloon. So he got up and saw it, and then he got the kids up, and I can always hear him making that roaring, like that whooshing sound of the flame roaring up. And so that's kind of stuck out in my memory. So I decided, this year, my husband, he had to work, but I was like, I'm going to pack the boys up and go down anyway, just the 3 of us, because I think it's important to do. While we're here, I want to do that. And we might not ever have the chance again. So we pack up and we drive. It's, like I said, about 3 hours south from where we were living in Colorado. And we get there and it's windy. But the whole way down, we're talking about it. We're like, oh, I wonder when we'll see the first hot air balloon. I wonder when we'll catch one in the sky, like the first one that we see, that we'll know that we're there. We're like expecting it, anticipating it, talking it up. The wind has grounded all hot air balloons. So we're like, okay, all right, well, maybe they'll go up. We'll stick around. And, this might not be so bad. It was wicked windy, Julie. It was so windy. But we're like wishful thinking. So we go over to and kind of kill some time, get lunch and check out the museum. And it just, as the days unfolding, it's clear that they're not going up. The wind's not dying down and it's not happening. There's nothing going on. So we ended up going home that night, getting home late, and we made the best out of it, and it was something to do, right? We killed the day, and we had the memories, but it was kind of disappointing that we weren't able to see not one hot air balloon. So that was a little bit of a bummer, but we kind of just wrote it off as, it was supposed to be that way, and that's okay. So then we move. That was October 2018. So then the new year comes and we move out to Wisconsin in March 2019. So it's been just a year now. And we finally get settled in a house in June. And my mom and sister come out to visit in August to see the new house and to see the boys. And it's been a while because we lived so far for so long. And so it was special anyway. So it was already exciting that they were coming to see our new house. And but they hadn't been able to come to visit us in a really long time. So it felt even more exciting. And now we can share this new home with them. So we're really kind of soaking that up while they're here. And one morning during the visit, I got up early and I was outside just kind of taking my dog out and checking on the flowers. And I like to sit and kind of meditate if I feel called to do so. And more often than not, I do. So I was sitting there and my eyes were closed and I was just kind of listening to the birds. It was just a really beautiful morning. And all of a sudden, with my eyes closed, I start hearing that I'm not going to do it again, but the roaring, whooshing of the hot air balloon, that flame, that fire going, which doesn't make sense. We live in a normal neighborhood. But I mean, we're new here. So maybe, I don't know, but very specific. So I open my eyes and I just see one single hot air balloon rising up above the horizon, like right as the sun's coming up. And I kind of laugh because I get that feeling. I know what's happening. I get that feeling that, oh, this isn't normal. I feel, that spark, that connection, that holy moment, that divine sort of, it's hard to explain, right? It's hard to put it into words, but that big moment where it just is no doubt or confusion about what's happening, and that this is a sign. This is my dad. This is my dad saying hi, and he's giving me my hot air balloon. He's showing me I'm here. And as I watch it, and I kind of just laugh to myself. I'm just giggling, but it doesn't feel like I'm giggling to myself. It feels like I'm giggling with my dad. I can feel that energy, and it was really awesome. And this hot air balloon just gets bigger and bigger as it's coming straight toward me, directly right over, like in between my house and my neighbor's house, and then just drifts off. And it was just a really powerful moment. It was exciting then to be able to come inside and share that. And I realized as I was telling my mom that, and she at the same time, I think reminded me too, it was my parents' wedding anniversary. They would have been. And that was just a really special and magical moment for us to share.
Oh, Holly, I absolutely love that story. That's just so beautiful that you got that sign and that validation, not only with the hot air balloon, but on the anniversary as well.
Yeah, it was really special. It was nice to be able to, because it wasn't just for me. And, I was like, oh, the hot air balloon felt like something for me. But when I went back in and I realized, oh, this is for everyone. This is special. Like everyone can feel this right now because it was just abundant. It just was bigger than just that, Yeah. It was a big thing.
100. Yes, 100%. Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
So I want to ask you, we're going through this period where everybody's at home right now. A lot of people in the United States, around the world, asked to shelter in place. And Spirit is saying to ask you that you have been just really going into this either in meditation or seeing people act as earth angels. And they're asking you to talk about that.
Oh my goodness. I am joyful on the inside and not for, this is just, I'm really aware of how I'm feeling in just about every moment. I feel really grounded right now. And it's not in to ignore what's going on in the world. And it's not to be ignorant or to be just flippant about it. It's to be aware of it. I'm feeling really drawn to be aware of it and to be humbled by it and to let it be grounded. I feel it's so purposeful, and my heart is sad and is praying and just was so aware of those that are hurting and how important because of that it is for us to take this time and use it in the best way possible to ground down and to, we're all saying it, we're all feeling it, and it's which makes it even more of a collective feeling. The energy of it is even stronger, that we really take advantage of grounding down and remembering what feels best for us in each moment. And I feel maybe the thing to share here is, I've gotten this great reminder that, it's hard to be a parent, a mom, and life is really unpredictable and magical at the same time. But to guide kids through that is a great opportunity to guide ourselves through that in a really intentional way. And I am reminded of how aligned I feel with my best and happiest version of myself when I'm with my children, when I'm present in the moment, when I'm outside, yesterday, because we had some warm weather here in Wisconsin, and playing catch with my 9-year-old, just throwing the football back and forth, taking the moment to say, hey, bud, this is awesome. He's sharing with me, like, I love this right now. And to take the opportunity to say, me too, I'm not thinking about anything else, and to share that with him. Like, a lot of times I'm thinking about a lot of things, and I don't like that when I'm with you. I want to be thinking about just what we're doing. But, there's something a little meditative about the back and forth, throwing the football back and forth, and you have to be aware. You have to be focused on what you're doing. And it was a great tool in that moment to ground me down and bring me right in that moment, and to share that with my children and with my husband, and to transform the energy. I feel like that's our responsibility, and that's how things change. And there's just a big shift going on, and such a unique opportunity for us to do nothing but what we feel called to do in each moment. And some of us still have to work, and that's fine, and that's great. And, now what can that feel like? What can work feel like? You're not in an office. You're not worried about what you're going to be wearing. You're not concerned about your makeup. You're not thinking about the person next to you. There's so much judgment is stripped down that we place on ourselves. And it allows us to kind of recollect, and it quiets our voice, our inner voice, to kind of become more aligned with our true self and remember who that is and what that feels like, and to really kind of soak it up and amplify it and bring it back and remove all things that get in the way of that. And that's what I'm really taking advantage of right now, and serving in ways that we can. If I feel called, if I find maybe some extra money and maybe I can give that somewhere, or maybe somebody needs a meal, or maybe just a phone call or a card or a FaceTime call, letting a text saying, hey, I'm thinking about you. Like, I thought about you yesterday. You popped into my head. I miss you. Hope you're well. Those are all great ways that we can just change the energy in such a powerful way.
Oh, I love that. Holly, every time I talk to you, And, I talk to so many people, so please forgive me because I
Oh, that's
forget
okay.
if you do this work for a living yourself, but you're such a healer. And every time I talk to you, you do have angel messages that pour through you too. I absolutely love that about you, how grounded you always are. Thank you. Thank you just so much for
Oh,
being you.
you know what? That's it. You're doing the thing. To hear that, like, that's wonderful for me. Thank you for saying that. I don't,
Mm,
this is all really new. This all started happening. It's all just unfolding now that I'm hearing that voice and feeling and kind of honoring it more and more each day. And it's just really beautiful to remind myself that I can trust it because
mhm.
I forget every day. I forget, but every day
Yeah.
I have an opportunity to practice reminding myself, and
Yeah.
it feels better than anything. It feels like home, and
Yeah.
I'm really kind of just soaking it up and seeing where it goes from here.
I love that. And you know what? Spirit's telling me to tell you, and particularly this is our dads on the other side, because I believe
Yeah,
before you brought through a message from my dad that you had kept saying New Hampshire plates, and my dad was from New Hampshire.
yeah,
But they're saying to tell you that they can't do it, those big validating signs all the time, right? But they do
yeah,
give us those bigger validating signs like the hot air balloon on the anniversary, because in our times of self doubt or fear or questioning, is this real? That's what they want us to fall back on. You know what? I know, like I know, because I got that sign on the anniversary. I got the hot air balloon.
yeah. That
And,
makes so
and
much sense.
yeah, we have to use that as, for lack of a better
Anchors.
term, yes, that,
Yeah,
or I was going to say ammunition against our egoic
yeah,
mind, of no, this is real. And here's why. I got the validation that I needed. That helped me at the beginning as I was coming into this work to really quiet the egoic mind and say, no, I'm not listening to this self doubt. I'm not listening to what you have to say. I know, like I know, because I got that validating sign.
yeah. That's powerful, Julie. That's exactly it. I needed to hear that. I hope everybody needs to hear that. But that's
Mm,
exactly it. That's so simple. And that's what it is. It's often so simple, and we try to make it anything but.
yeah, yeah. Well, Holly, I always love talking with you.
No, you're such a great light and community that is forming, and I'm just so thankful for you sharing your gift and sharing, this podcast and kind of opening up this community and this tribe, and it's been great to be a part of it. So
Oh,
thank
thank you
you
so
for
much.
that.
Of course, of course. I got one more question for you. So, do you have two sons?
I do, yeah. I have two little boys.
And your dad's saying that one of them is upset because they normally are involved in some activity or some sport and they
Oh,
don't get to do it right now. But he's
yeah.
kind of like with him on it. But like, oh my God, his poor little baby
He's
heart.
so sweet.
He's so upset.
He wants to play hockey so bad. We didn't get set up with the hockey team. He wants to play
Uh,
hockey so bad.
okay, well,
He
just
misses
tell.
it. Yeah.
Yes, tell him it's coming. Like it's on its way. Grandpa's working on it from the other side.
He
Um,
is going to love that. He's
yeah.
6. So he's a little guy. But he's been playing his whole life. It's what we've always done. He's like, "Oh, I miss playing hockey."
Oh,
That's so
I know.
sweet.
Grandpa's just taking like light energy and circling him and circling the sport.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, of course, of course. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Holly. I always appreciate talking to you, and I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye bye.
All right, bye now.
Beautiful souls, we have so many freebies to help serve you, your family, and friends. Want a weekly message from your angels emailed to you? Sign up on my website to receive a weekly message of love, hope and healing from the angels. Do you have a prayer request? Go to the homepage of my website and submit your prayer request so that our team of prayer warriors can be praying for you daily. Want to learn more about the angels and energy healing? Subscribe to my YouTube channel called Julie Jancius to learn more about the angels, energy healing techniques, and so much more. One of the biggest things we hear from our listeners is that they have no one to talk to about their spiritual awakening. We created a private Facebook group called the Angels and Awakening Podcast Tribe so that you could connect with others like you and know that you're not alone. So be sure to join this group on Facebook to get the support you need. Want a free session? We plan to give away over 240 free sessions with students in the Angel School per year. To win a free session, subscribe and rate this podcast 5 stars. Then write a positive review and email us a screenshot. That way we know who to contact when you win. Want to share your uplifting angel story on the podcast? Because we love sharing them. Please write down your angel story and email it to us. Don't forget, be an angel and share this podcast with someone who needs it. See you back here next time for another episode of the Angels and Awakening podcast. Friends, if you feel the calling to be a healer or to learn more about energy so that you as an empathic person, as a highly sensitive person, can learn how to clear out your own energy, if you really feel called to take action and become a healer to fulfill your soul's purpose in this lifetime, then the Angel Reiki School is so for you. Imagine what your life would be like when you know how to use your unique spiritual gifts, whether that's connecting with angels, mediumship, intuition, seeing color, or really having the power to heal with your hands to help others make huge changes in their lives. We have an upcoming Angel Reiki School on Saturday, May 2nd and Sunday, May 3rd. This is held at the Hilton Doubletree in Lisle, Illinois. We get together all day Saturday from about 8:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. and we are working all day long on helping you develop your spiritual gifts, helping you understand energy more. And then we come together on Sunday from about 9 a.m. till about 12:30 p.m. and we're honing in your gifts. My friends, I keep the class sizes small on purpose for a reason because it allows me to really help each individual connect with their unique spiritual gifts and really hone in on what that is and how to use it with other people. Because, my friends, each one of us does have a unique gift. And the Angel Reiki method that I created is really about bridging different forms of healing. It's not 100% Reiki. It is really a unique system of healing. It's about learning energy so that you can help people clear energy out of their aura, their chakras, their body. But then it's also about understanding what your spiritual gift is. And that could be so many different things. But once you understand your unique spiritual gift, you can use it to help that person go even deeper into their healing. So that's what the Angel School is. It's really a bridge of both energy healing and you developing your unique gifts so that you know how to use it to not just help yourself, but to help others as well. Friends, I was called to create the Angel Reiki method during a vision where I saw Spirit showing me how the planet will come to a place of peace. Spirit says that the 7.5 billion people on Earth will not come to a place of peace using the same healing path, but instead by healers rising up and creating new paths of healing based on their unique spiritual gifts. Friends, if I hadn't listened to the little voice calling me to become a healer, I would still be working in corporate America miserable. And what Spirit wants you to know is that you have to listen to your heart. Because when you are called to be a healer, that calling doesn't go away. You might try and push it off for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, but my friends, it is still going to be there. I have had women come into my office who have said, you know what, Julie, I'm a widow now and I am in my 80s, but this is what I have always felt called to do. And this is what I'm doing, and I'm starting it now. So there's no age limit, but the sooner that we do this, we feel fulfilled in our souls. We feel so alive. And that's what I want for you. I want you to have that fulfillment. I want you to get that by touching the lives, the souls that you're here to help in this lifetime. So if the Angel Reiki School is something that you feel called to, definitely go over to my website or reach out to the office. We will get you all registered and ready to go for the May 2nd and 3rd Angel Reiki School. Thank you so much, friends. Sending you peace, bliss, and many, many blessings.